Welcome to Best Scene. In this video we will explain Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life. This is a 2003 action-adventure film directed by Jan de Bont and based on the Tomb Raider video game series. Angelina Jolie stars as the titular character Lara Croft with supporting performances from Gerard Butler, Ciarán Hinds, Barrie, Noah Taylor, Til Schweiger, Djimon Hounsou and Simon Yam. An international co-production between the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany and Japan. The film is a sequel to the 2001 film Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. On Santorini Island, Greece, a strong earthquake uncovers the Luna Temple. The temple was built by Alexander the Great to house his most prized treasures. Among these treasures is a glowing orb with a pattern resembling a code etched into it. Treasure-hunting archaeologist Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie, and her group find this orb but are ambushed by the Low brothers, Chen, Simon Yam, and Xien, Terence Yin, both of whom are crime lords and leaders of Chinese syndicate Shay Ling. The duo kill the group and take the orb but Lara escapes with a strange medallion. MI6 approaches Lara with information about Pandora's box, an object from ancient legends that supposedly contains a deadly plague, the companion to the origin of life itself. The box, hidden in the mysterious Cradle of Life, can only be found with a magical sphere that serves as a map. The sphere is the same orb that was stolen by Chen, who plans to sell it to Dr. Jonathan Rice, Ciarán Hinds, a Nobel Prize-winning scientist and business magnate turned bioweapon arms dealer. Agreeing that the sphere must be kept away from Rice, Lara agrees to help MI6, with the condition that they release her old flame Terry Sheridan, Gerard Butler, who is familiar with Chen criminal operation. Together, Terry and Lara infiltrate Chen lair, where he is smuggling the terracotta soldiers. Lara defeats him in a fight and learns that the orb is in Shanghai. Lara and Terry manage to find the orb in a lab housed in Hong Kong. However, Lara is captured by Rice and his men. Rice reveals his plans to unleash the plague, saving only those people he deems worthy. He is about to kill Lara Croft. Helpless and condemned, Lara is saved by Terry and then they take the orb before fleeing using wingsuits. The next day, Lara uses the orb and learns the location of the mysterious Cradle of Life, in Africa. After Lara returns information to her friend Rice back at Croft Manor, Rice and his men infiltrate the mansion and capture him and Hillary, Barrie. Lara travels to Africa where she meets up with her longtime friend Kosa, Djimon Hounsou. They question a local tribe about the Cradle of Life, wherein the chief states that the Cradle of Life is in a crater protected by the Shadow Guardians. As they set out on an expedition, Rice men ambush them and kill the tribesmen. Outnumbered, Lara surrenders. Using her companions as hostages, Rice forces Lara to lead him to the Cradle of Life. At the crater, they encounter the Shadow Guardians, monsters that appear in and out of wet patches on dead trees. The creatures kill most of Rice's men but Lara manages to find the keyhole and drops the orb in it. The creatures disintegrates and the entrance to the Cradle of Life opens. Lara and Rice are drawn into the cradle, a labyrinth made of a strange crystalline substance where normal laws of physics do not apply. Inside, they find a pool of highly corrosive black acid, linking back to one of the myths about Pandora's box, in which the box floats. Terry arrives, frees the hostages and catches up to Lara. Lara fights Rice but Rice succeeds in retrieving his gun. He is about to shoot her, throw her into the acid and take Pandora's box, but unfortunately for him Terry distracts him and saves Lara. Then Lara knocks Rice down and throws him into the acid pool, which kills and dissolves him.
Not walking out of here with that box.
Then Terry announces his intention to take the box for himself. When he refuses to back down, Lara regretfully shoots him dead, replaces the box in the pool and leaves.
Box is safe now.
Some things are not meant to be found.